Hey kids, let's get ready for the AP Stats exam by solving some probability questions. This is about the binomial distribution. So do me a favor, pause this video, read over the question and give it a try, and I will solve it in 3, 2, 1. So I have these light bulbs. Appears that 10% of the light bulbs are defective and 90% of the light bulbs are fine. And on question A, what is the probability that 4 light bulbs are all defective? Well, we need to assume that light bulbs being defective are independent. In other words, one light bulb being defective does not change the probability that another light bulb will be defective. So if we can assume independence, what I can do is I can just take those probabilities and multiply them together, which is, of course, the shortcut might be to see something like this and to recognize that is 0.0001. So far so good. So let's take a gander at part B. What is the probability that exactly 2 out of the 3 light bulbs are defective? So the probability that for example, the first 2 light bulbs are defective is 0.1 times 0.1, and then the last one would be good times 0.9. But what if the first one was defective and the second one was good and the third one was defective? So that would be 0.1 times 0.9 times 0.1. And then what if the first one was good but the last 2 were defective? That would be that. And so, but I think would be nice to recognize is that there were 3 ways to choose where that good light bulb turned out. So there really was this probability. There was the probability that any particular arrangement of those 3 light bulbs, I should say, 2 defective and 1 good light bulb, was this probability here. And there were 3 ways for that to happen. So then on part C, what is the probability that exactly 3 out of 8 light bulbs are defective? So 3 defective light bulbs is 0.1 to the third times the good light bulbs is 0.9 to the fifth. So that is the probability that any particular arrangement of 3 defective light bulbs and 5 good light bulbs. So what I need to figure out is how can I choose 3 out of the 8 light bulbs? And so that would be 8, choose 3. But luckily, we have a calculator which will help us do this. So I will go second distribution on this puppy, and this is a binomial model. And we have 2 choices, binomial PDF or binomial CDF, and we are going to choose, we are wanting a particular instance. We just want 3 light bulbs. So I'm going to choose binomial PDF, and this gives me kind of a clue. I have 8 light bulbs that I'm choosing, and the probability of 1 being defective is 0.1, and I want to know 3 of them being defective. And so that gives me the probability of about 3%, and that is what it turns out to be. So make sure you have a calculator handy. I think on most of these things that well, you're going to use a calculator to do it, and just make sure you show clearly what you're putting into your calculator and what those things mean. But anyway, we'll talk more about it as we go. Got any questions on this? Go ahead and leave me a comment. Would like me to address another topic, leave me a comment. In the meantime, go crush that AP Stats exam, kids.